What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Thriller here, and we're here for week number 3 of the BBL as Showdown Division. We are taking on my guy Hunky Donkey, who has got one of the funniest names out there, and I love it so much. And me and Hunky actually know a bit about each other. We're actually good. We actually chat around in Owen's YouTube streams and also in his Discord server occasionally. And Hunky's honestly just a really cool dude. And he's a guy that always gets missed out on the freaking gift subs, man. I don't know why the internet has it against Hunky to not get gift subs, but it just that's just how it rolls, man. It's really unfortunate. But today, Hunky's battling for that gift membership, and he's gonna hopefully try to win it. But I'm not gonna make it that easy for him to win. So, with that being said, if you guys are excited for this week, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe, you're new. Join the crew for today because we Thriller with the king of the crew. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get this match going. So first off, we got Punky's team, which is Zashi and Terra Greninja, Landers, Team Chiram, Tarachi, Blastoise, Braviary, Pokemon, Heartflame, Okidogi, and Terra Spiritomb. In terms of the 6 item predicting, I think Zacian, Greninja, Chiram, Blastoise, Pokemon Heartflame, Okidogi, and Spiritomb come. Jirachi could potentially come, but I don't think it's really that good. Braviary is bad. I don't think that's going to get Recobot at all. And I don't think Landorus comes, but there could be some merit for it to be brought. I don't really know per se. Um, but yeah, so we're going over the 6 that I brought this week. Oh, that's the battle. The 6 I brought this week, which was Area 51, my Deoxys attack with Meteor Beam, Thunderbolt, Psychic, Dark Pulse, 96 in defense, Wax Special Attack, and 160 with the Timid Nature. This will outspeed a speed creeping Zacian, which I had to do in order to be able to be faster than that. What's really cool about this Deoxys attack is with the 96 defense investment, as long as he is not Adamant Spiritomb, which I personally don't think he's going to be in this matchup, and he has got 0 attack investment, I guarantee will live any variant of Shadow Sneak from a defensive set. I guarantee will live, which is super cool. I was really proud of this set. And I think it's really good. Meteor Beam's also there to pick off the Spiritomb if it's weakened down. If it is weakened down, if it's really weakened down to a point it can be knocked out by Thunderbolt or Dark Pulse after I get my Meteor Beam boost, and that works as well. So I'm really hoping this Deoxys set comes through, man. I know I'm going back-to-back weeks of Meteor Beam, but I think it's gonna be really good. Up next, we got the debut of Chim Pao, which I guess I forgot to nickname on this week. And we're running a very kind of dumb but cool set here. We're running a SD protective set, protective pad set, because I want to make sure I do not get any chip damage off this and we're walking helmets. We are Ice Crash, Crunch, Brick Break, and Sword Stance, 44 HP, max attack, adamant, and what's the for the 96 speed. The 96 speed lets me outspeed the base 100s and below. I know Greninja can always. I could have went enough speed to outspeed Greninja, which I think would have put me at adamant still, but I would have ran almost all in speed for that. And I wanted to have kind of a little bit of bulk this week. I think having a little bit of bulk was going to be really good. So I went with this specific spread. And also, I don't know why I didn't have Sacred Sword this week. I genuinely just don't know what caused me not to have Sacred Sword. I'm going to be completely honest with you. But up next, we got my boy Mega Rock, the Terra Grass Iron Bolt. The Terra Grass is really good because it lets me be able to beat most things with Terra Grass. Terra Grass is a little risky because of the Curum, but as long as the Curum is not scarfed, we can always outspeed it after our boost energy is wasted. We are running enough speed to outspeed Greninja. Now, if there is a chance he does bring Battle Ball and Gren this week, or even Scarf Greninja, I want to make sure I outspeed it. But in my opinion, Protean is the more effective matchup one, where it constantly changing the typing really benefits it there. So I genuinely think it's gonna be Protean, but if it is for some reason Battle Bond, we are prepared for it, and we also are making sure that we are faster than it if it is a Specs variant with Protean, so we're guaranteed to always be faster. I'm actually have Voltage by Zapdos, which is a little bit specially defensive, kind of more defensive variant this week. We're going to enough speed, I think, speed any non-speed invested mons like Landers and stuff like that. Roost, Hurricane, Thunderbolt, and Thunderwave. Thunderwave is there to kind of cripple things like the Curum, the Jirachi, and stuff like that and take hits. But we are running with Yachi Berry, so we can guarantee take one Ice Beam from the Curum and then be able to Thunderwave it and then get some chip damage off with Hurricane, or try to pick it off with Hurricane if it's weakened down. Max HP, 40 defense, 120 special defense with the Calm Nature and 96 in the speed. We are also running my boy Academia the Paladin, who's making his return this week with Agility, Bulk Up, Acrobatics, Liquidation, 48 HP, Max Attack, 120 Defense, and 88 Speed. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. As you're going to see, this game is going to be post-com, and I'll explain why that's post-com. But you're also going to see why I think this was a throw set. I think this set, now looking back at it, was garbage. I think I just felt like Ogre Pond made a lot of sense to me, and I think realistically speaking, I should have looked deeper into the matchup. I should have looked deeper into the matchup because then I could have maybe had known something different, and I could have done something a lot more different for this one. And that's definitely on me. That's definitely on me. Because I would have went with probably punching glove, and then went with probably jet punch, wave crash, and then drain punch, or then gone jet punch, wave crash, drain punch, and then maybe another move. But I also would have probably still kept bulk up on there as well. But who knows? But this was the set we had. Basically, this was designed to lure in the ogre pond and then be able to have acrobatics boosted attacks just go crazy this week. So I felt like that was a really cool set. I actually was debating on potentially going special this matchup as well because special looked really good or mix kind of things. But I decided on this set and I think it was really good. But now looking back at it, it was really bad. And last but not least, we have Rubber Room here with Shift Cure, Gunshot, Iron Head, and High Horsepower. I've actually been really impressed with how we can just look at Rubber Room's matchups, and he actually has really good matchups into most weeks. But we have Shift Gear, Gunk Shot, Iron Head, High Horsepower, Max Attack, 88 Speed Up for a tiny bit of bulk, and then the rest into speed to make sure we are faster than everything, including the Scarpers. I think the only Scarpers we do not have speed is going to be the Scarf Zacian and Scarf Greninja for some whatever reason they're scarfed. But I think we do outspeed pretty much every other single Scarper that we can think of. So let's go ahead and get into the battle. We're here for the battle, ladies and gentlemen. I actually am going to break the fourth wall. I spent about 30, 45 minutes cooking and eating my dinner. So kind of a bit of a pause. But we're here for the battle against Hunky Donkey. And he brought pretty much exactly everything I expected. Except he did bring Landorus, which again I felt like could have come, but I didn't know if it was really going to be coming that matchup. And he actually brought the what was it? I'm blanking here. I 100% am blanking. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking of. Was it actually Kieran that was not thinking it was going to come? Maybe I don't know. Anyways, this is his team. So looking at what we had here, I decided to lead off with my Zapdos here. I think my Zapdos was my smartest lead here. As the Spiritomb is the lead. Actually, no, I led with my Palafin so I can get my hero to 0 and go to my voltage as the Will-O-Wisp come up, which pretty much told me that was guaranteed defensive. Spiritomb was really good. I go for a Hurricane here as the Landorus does come in, and we do get a crit right here, but we're going to see that that does 0, even though I did 30%. But you know what I mean. This tells me that this is a fully sped up, assault vested Landorus, which is insane. I did not think Honky would bring a set like this. I didn't even see a set like this coming, to be honest with you. But the fact that this is assault vested is insane to me. It's assault vest Landers I never saw coming at all in this type of matchup. I do think looking at my team, assault vest kind of a throw. But in comes a rock slide here as Academia comes in here. Now here I should have bulked up. Instead, I clicked agility like an idiot. I should have always clicked bulk up here as I do now, and we see the haze from the Blastoise. So that at least tells me it's a Shell Smash Blastoise, which I didn't think it was going to be Shell Smash Blastoise, but is what it is. So we go for the rep. They go for the reps in here, and he is going to go ahead and switch off back into the landers. I'm going to go for another Hurricane here and do get the confusion as I'm going to click Hurricane again here, expecting him to click Earthquake here, and he does not hit himself. He actually goes for the U-turn here and goes into his Kyurem, which is going to be confirmed to be Spexaruskis. But what's really funny about this Kyurem is that it's not Draco Meteoring, it's not Ice Beaming, it's gonna Dragon Pulse me. And funny enough, we live on 1 HP, or 0.4% is what it would have said, but 1 HP. And I want you all to know something. I did the count for Timid Specs. Hunky got the absolute lowest roll possible, and I lived the hit. And I got the Thunder Wave off and I didn't miss. So the Kyurem is now neutralized here. I'm going to go into my River Room here. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I should not have went River Room here. I should not have went River Room. I should have either went into Chimpao, or I should have went into Boulder, or even then, I should have went into my Deoxys. Because more than likely, he's going to swap out and go into Spiritomb, which Spiritomb was his designated check. And then I get rid of the Spiritomb, easy peasy. But I didn't think that. And I'm stupid. But I also didn't hate the fact that Rubber Room could just come in here. As I got a free shift gear up here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go for that gunk shot, do some massive damage, but this definitely tells me this Blastoise is semi-fully physically defensive here. And I now make a play here to either go for another shift gear here or go for just an attack. I decided to go for the shift gear. He actually reveals to be flip turn, so he's fully support. He's actually going to tell me that his last move was Aqua Jet. So this was a fully support, try to utility based Blastoise, which pretty much cannot beat anything on my team, which is really good to know there. But Rubber Room comes in here. I'm going to go, or Spiritual I go for the Iron Hit here, hoping to get a flinch, and it reveals to be Rocky Helmet. He's going for the foul play, which is enough to knock me out. And unfortunately, we did not get a flinch there. But now it's time to bring in the Deoxys and go for the Meteor Beam to guarantee knock us out. He goes to the Shadow Sneak, and we live it! We go for Meteor Beam. We pray to God we don't miss, and we do connect, knocking out the Spiritomb. And now here comes the Greninja, and it's Water Shuriken. Which I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't even think about that. I really didn't think about Water Shuriken this matchup. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I did not expect Water Shuriken. I also did not expect him to Terra his Grand. Actually, what Terra types was he? I didn't even pay attention. He was Terra Ghost, which maybe or maybe not was a Terra choice. And he actually went Terra Water, which he made a fair comment saying I don't have a good water switch in. And he's kind of right. I really don't. Palafin's like my only good water switch in on my team. And I might need to make some transactions after week 3 because I already prepped week 4 because I already prepped for my week 4 match. So I'm not going to change my team to re-prep it and stuff like that. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I had to do something there. But yeah, I didn't expect Water Shuriken. That's for sure. And down with my Deoxys. So unfortunately, 2 weeks in a row where I only get one kill with Deoxys and it dies. But you know what? For 3 weeks, we got 5 kills with it. It's doing some progress. But now I have to go straight into my boulder, and I have to just go Terra Grass. I cannot afford to set up here. I go for this, and he reveals that he's not Specs because he's not going to click Water Shuriken. And he actually stayed in, which was massive for us. He probably was not expecting me to be max speed on my boulder potentially was not expecting me to be max speed. I don't know if he 100% knew I was max speed or not, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But Intrepid Sora comes out here. I go for the Psycho Cut, going for the crit move here, as I maybe should have went for Cleave. I think Cleave actually did a little bit more. Because we're going to see here that he's going to take some Life Orb damage. And we're going to see here that if I probably went for Cleave, I've also somehow lived this. But if I went for Cleave, this elimination most likely knocked out Zacian. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, we're looking like we win the game here. Because here's the situation here. Like, if I was a different set, even if it wasn't the Essential here, I actually went for Mighty Cleave, which was my strongest move there, or even Terra Blast, which might have been even stronger. If I had went and go for a super strong damaging move instead of trying to risk a potential setup or an agility or something like that, I think we won the game. Because if I had clicked, I think I have the calc still open here. No, I don't. Iron, boulder. We'll just go pull up this calc real quick. This is pretty much exactly what I was. Let's pull up Terra Grass, Terra Blast. We've got a Zacina. Okay, cat. So like if I had went for the Mighty Cleave here, we would have done 40 to 47%, which means he would have been under like if we look go back to the turn, right? Like so imagine I clicked the Mighty Cleave here. So you saw we did 31% with that Psycho Cut. Let me get that Psycho Cut here. So we did 31% with that Psycho Cut, which was about mid damage, or roughly a low high roll, something like that. We went for that. If I went for Mighty Cleave there and got my 40 something percent off, that thing would have been around 50%. So let's say, right? So let's say he would have been like 50-ish percent. Then he would have been at 40-ish percent. He goes for the play rough. Would have been then at like low 40s to 30%. And then we would have knocked him out. And what's funny, if I had Drain Punch, that beat Blastoise. And if Blastoise would have. So here's the situation would have happened, right? If Blastoise comes in here and he doesn't know what my last move is, right? He doesn't know my last move. He has to assume it's Jet Punch. He has to assume it's Drain Punch. He has to make these type of assumptions and has to risk that, right? He goes for that, and then he either flip turns or spins But if he spins, he kills me. If he flip trims, he also could potentially kill me, which I think he does. Also, Zacian had quick attack, which that was fire prep. I like that. That was really cool. That was meant to like out prioritize Jet Punch because priorities of something like that are based on speed. So quick attack being faster, and that was really cool. So in came the Kyurem, and I did the calcs, guys. And this is where I wish I had played. I had prepped better with my Palafin. This is where I really, 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 really wish I had prepped better with my Palafin. Because if I was Drain Punch, I think I had this game 100% locked. Because Blastoise would never have been my Palafin one on one if I was Drain Punch, and I would have been the Kyurem. I would have been the Landorus. I would, and because if it's especially if it's no speed Landorus, like I beat that. I beat Kyurem. I would have won this game with Palafin, hands down. But again, that's 100% on me. I really like, and I should not have been that type of set for even if it's Ogerpon. I should not have been that set because if I was that set, I would not have been able to have done what I did. Because if I went with the set that I should have went with, I would have won this game 100% with Palafin. 100%. No ifs, no ands, no buts. I 100% would have won this game. But that's 100% on me. But now we're in this situation where I do have to SD, and if I have to get the SD, I get the KO on the Blastoise. I KO this. I wish I had Ice Shard now, or Sucker Punch at this point, which I don't. And then they knock out the Kyurem to get +1. Now, if I get this Swords Dance up, which I have to, unless I want to risk trying to 1v1 both Blastoise and this without my boost, I do 2 KO this Pokemon. But I did do the calcs for Timid Specs Kyurem. A Dragon Pulse never, ever, ever knocks me out. He is forced to go for Draco Meteor. So there are 3 instances here. Either 1, he gets paralyzed. Either 2, he misses, or 3, he wins the game. So I have to go for the SD because that is 100% my play. I SD, and unfortunately, Hunky is going to land that Draco Meteor. He is going to win this game, and we take our another loss in a row. This one, I 100% am going to take full blame on myself. I should have built a better Palafin. I really did not build Palafin correctly this week, and that really kicks me because I've been wanting to try this Pokemon. I have kind of failed it now. Week 1, I think we used a pretty good Palafin. I don't think it was just, we just didn't wanted a Palafin to win that week. This one, I really think if I had went with that set that I talked to you guys about, that set won me the game. Because Drain Punch would have 1v1 the Blastoise 100% of the time. Because I was wanting to be Punching Glove. Because Drain Punch would have won there. I would have went for the Mighty Cleave as well. I would have put in that Zacian in range of that water move. And again, I would have 1v1'd him. Now, it only would have depended if he had another, because he had Aqua Jet from Blastoise, right? So if Aqua Jet knocks out my if if I knocks out my Palafin, right? It lets Chim Pao come in, and Chim Pao basically wins the game because I get a +2 off here, and then this Landorus comes in, and I don't play around Landorus. I always go for my Ice move or Crunch. Then at +1, the roll to knock out Kieran was like 95, 96 to like 100 something, which means it's a roll in my favor to knock it out. So I can always go for that. Now, if I had Sacred Sword, I 100% won that game with the Sword Stance. But again, it went back to that situation, right? If Blastoise went to 1v1 my 1v1 my Palafin in that specific spot, he would have forced in that, and then Pal would have won this game. Hands down. Pal won this game. Now, he did say he had Landorus where they focus blast, but I don't think he had probably any special defense investment. If you want my honest to God opinion, I think he was probably like a sassy nature, so he had like no special attack investment. So let's just look at that calc, right? Let's look at that calc real quick. So my Chimpao, I believe, had 44. And how much did I have? I had 44 and 116. So if he went for Focus Blast, okay, guarantee would have knocked me out. Let's just say, for example, he was Jolly, even though he wasn't. I think he was Careful. Say he was Careful. Careful, Focus Blast guarantee knocked me out, right? 100% always knocked me out. But the thing is, he probably never would have clicked Focus Blast because he probably would have thought I had Ice Shard. Which, really looking back at it, I really wish I had Ice Shard. Ice Shard would have won me this game, hands down. I wouldn't have put any fear into it. But I also could have just won the game also over with Crypto and stuff. So that's how the game went. Again, I really think I was the one that cost myself this match with kind of some bad prep. And also probably just not going for the strongest move. If I went for the strongest move on my boulder, I think we would have been in a position where we would have won with Powell 100% of the time. Because if he flit turns on a swords dance and goes Chirum, we KO him. But if we go SD and he goes this, then he sacks this. Because there's no way you're risking your Chirum or your Blastoise. Because if you keep doing that, then I literally will win the game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I literally win. There's nothing you can do to beat this black. You can beat my Chimpow. So, yeah, 100% cost myself the game here. So only that person myself. But honestly, I'm really glad I got to play Hunky. Hunky's a really cool dude, and he's got a really awesome name. So Hunky, be on the lookout for next Owen stream. I'm gonna try to get you that gift membership next time, man, because he obviously won it. He finally got his gift membership, which is the title of this video, by the way. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I believe Hunky does a YouTube channel. I don't think he's gonna be uploading his season, or maybe he is. If not, I will get a link to his channel, and I'll put a link down in the description for Hunky's channel. Definitely go show some love to Hunky. He's a really cool dude, and he's really awesome. With that being said, though, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.